Hey YouTube, I'm TheSodaCanMan, and I'm going to help you get started on your first Nerf paint job. It's best to start with something small, such as a fire strike, because it's cheap and very easy to take apart, and there's very few screws, and there's many small components that take itself out, that come apart on their own, and you can paint individually for an even cleaner paint job. First of all, let's get our blaster out of the box. First, let's get our blaster out of the box. Here we have our stock orange, white, and gray fire strike. Nothing really nice or neat about it. There are some power improvements you can add to it. It's an elite blaster. They have range claims of 75 feet. So let's see how we can make this blaster even better. First, get a standard screwdriver and take the screws off, each one of these screws off the side of the blaster, and then we will be able to take the blaster apart. So I'll stop the video to save time. Now since you're done taking all the screws out of your blaster, now you can disassemble the blaster. Simply pull the two parts slowly apart from each one of the seams. Alright, this is your blaster, and this is its main components right here. Now there is a wiring unit, but I will fully remove this wiring unit, but I will keep some of it just for aesthetics. Alright, I'm back. This is the trigger. This is the laser's trigger. I'll set that off to the side. We will paint that. And this is the wiring unit. I will be ripping mine completely out, and this will be going in the garbage because I have no use for these, but do keep its base plate for aesthetic looks. So this is the piece that goes on top of this unit. This is the barrel shroud that goes right here, and I did break a piece off just to get it undone. I didn't really want to do that. You should put a piece like pliers to peel it off. That's what I would have recommended to do, but this is the piece that would go on top. It lines up right here. We'll set that off to the side. And this is what houses our air restrictor, and I'll get to that later after we paint. These pieces right here can unbuckle by pushing these gray parts back on here, and you can lift up on them, and that lets you take part of the shell off. And now we have one part of the shell, and now we have the lower half. So do keep these together so we can make these a uniform color. Alright guys, I'm back. I have the pieces separated out to what I will paint them. And it's always a good idea to sand stuff before, but you can skip the process. Except for durability, I would recommend sanding down your pieces before you paint them. So now let's get to what we chose for our color. This will be black for the body, this part. These parts down here will be gold, and these right here will be a mix between silver and black right here. So I'll paint these on I'll show our first coat painting these, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm going to put down the gold coat now on the smaller pieces. Always paint in a well ventilated area, as the fumes are dangerous from spray paint. Okay, now I'm back with our black gloss, our black color that is glossy, and we'll paint it on the main section of blaster. Now we'll go from a different angle to make sure we get the whole entire thing. Make sure not to miss spots, but don't glob it on, or that encourages dripping. Now what I'm doing next, this is a little more complicated method of painting. What you do is you do a flat coat on first, and you let that sit on there, and you dry it. Alright, now I'll show you guys the paint effect, where you mix the black and silver. Is simply done by doing both at the same time. There we go, I think that's a good look for it. We need a little more black. It's best to do it from far away. Trying to give it like a weathered look, a weathered metal look. Okay, this is not a recommended process, but I made this anyway, just so you guys can see how to mod this. This is how you remove the air restrictor. So you get that piece off, and now you have an air restrictor piece. This is your barrel unit. And now this little piece right here that's popping up is called the air restrictor. We will remove this, and I'll be right back showing you guys how. Alright, we'll be signing off this little back plate right here to get access to this, and to use this I'll use my bandsaw, well, skill saw as they're called, and I'll cut that by base piece off, and I'll be right back showing you it removed. Alright, I removed the spring piece that's on the back. I'll throw it in the garbage, same with the base plate. Now this piece might be a bit harder for some to take off, so what you have to do is you push the AR down, and you just kind of smack it out. You push the little tongs down there on the top right here. And now you don't need to take this piece off, as that is where your dart goes, but I will show you how to remove that dart post in case you don't like it. Just a simple fix. You just get some of these and you just cut the thing right off and it's gone. Okay, there's this little air release hole right here, and I think it'll be worth your time to plug it up. It might give you a little more range, just slightly, but it is worth it if you're planning to do a spring mod like I'm about to do. So that's that, very simple. Now we are not losing air out the side. Now we will reassemble this and make sure these little pieces line up with these little pieces on the side right here, and it pops just right back on. Very, very easy. Alright, I'm back, and this is our finished product. I put all the pieces together, clicked all of them in the right spot, and this is our finished blaster. I also put a double spring in here, and I double spring the catch as well, just because this is my mod. I did want to finish it up. Only thing you have to finish up is call it a sick new name, and you're ready to rock this bad boy. So I'm using Kush darts in here. Has a very, very solid performance. Very nice look. I absolutely love the metallic gold and the silver, I don't know what, tarnished silver look on the grip. I absolutely love that. Came out really well. And the black overcoat really looks nice. So now, well, let's show you guys the blaster a bit more. BB on there. Let's go walk over. I was naming that straight. Shoots very, very straight. Has a very high velocity, which is what I need in a blaster, especially a secondary. So excellent precision. Love the beautiful black metal color I gave it, and hopefully your mod turned out just as good, or your paint job turned out even better. So thank you guys for watching. That is my guide on how to make your first Nerf mod / paint job.